Welcome back to Mass Appeal. Everybody's thinking about love, but when it comes to maintaining romance, what are the keys to a healthy relationship? We have a clinical psychologist, Dr. Elaine Ducharme, here to tell us. And my question is, too, it's been eons and eons, love has been around. Has the game changed, or is it essentially the same?
It's essentially the same. I mean, romance and relationships are complicated, Seth. But with modern technology, I think people tend to rush into things. They think on internet dating they really know people much faster than they really do. And so, you know, in that respect, I think we need to go back and slow things down. And it helps to have a healthier relationship. I like to say to people, don't make a true commitment to someone until you've known them for 4 seasons.
That's a great answer. You want to see how people interact in summertime.
Exactly. And, you know, in the course of a year, you discover somebody gets the flu, you have a financial issue, you have all these different things that you have to manage, and you get to know how this person is going to be.
And so there are keys, though, to maintaining a good relationship over the years, because that's so important. You know, ideally, you meet someone, and that's who you're with for the rest of your life, so you want it to work out well.
Yeah, and I think one of the first things to remember is that anything that you really cherish and want to last needs to be taken care of. So whether it's your car or your kids or your house, and certainly your relationships, if you don't put work into it, it's not going to last.
It's an investment. It's the biggest investment you'll ever make.
Huge.
So we have 7 tips, 7 keys. First, remember the positives.
Exactly. You know, remember why you fell in love with this person and keep it front and center. It's so easy to get caught up in the minutiae of, oh, he snores, or she does this, or I don't like the way they brush their teeth.
Yeah.
Remember why you fell in love with this person and keep it there.
That's true, because at the end of the day, that's the big thing. The little things, they're just little things.
Exactly.
Next thing, got to keep the trust going.
You know, in this generation, trust has become an even bigger issue. People are checking each other's cell phones and emails. If you have a relationship where you feel you have to be doing those things, it's probably not a very good relationship.
Not an ideal relationship. No, not by any means.
Definitely needs help.
Next one, you don't you have to be lovers. You also have to be friends.
Yeah, and friends take care of each other. They have each other's backs. And it's interesting that I think lovers and people that have been in relationships a long time treat each other worse than they would treat anybody at the office. And so remember that you're their friend. And you know, if they're having a hard day, stand up for them. Ask, you know, what's going on.
Yeah, at the end of the day, because you're the rock that they come home to. So you need to be there for them no matter what.
Right.
And that's in the vows. It's written in the vows. You got to keep it going.
And if they're down, don't pick that time to kick them.
It's true. In sickness and in health, but we always be good.
Exactly.
Next tip, communicate. Don't make assumptions. What do you mean by that?
Well, people make lots of assumptions. So I suspect there have been moments where, say, you were with your wife and you might have answered something in a kind of snippy way. You know, I can't imagine that ever happening.
Last night,
it never happens in my house, okay? But, you know, so you have a choice. You can assume that they're mad at you, or you can say, you know, that sounded kind of snippy. Are you mad at me? Have I done something? Or are you just mad? And it's very possible that your partner's just had a rough day, and they can say, you know, it has nothing to do with you. And then you have an option of saying, do you need some space? Can I give you a back rub? What would you like? But you can change an entire evening's feel, or, you know, just the entire day by simply asking and not assuming that it's about you.
And this next tip, it's kind of what you're alluding to. And this tip, it's not about the hanky-pank. It's the healing power of touch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a pat, it's a rub, it's an anything.
Exactly. You know, when you're sitting with your partner and you're sitting on the sofa, touch them, you know, rub their arm, ask if they want a back rub. Those kinds of things we don't do with our friends usually, and it really bonds you. You know, you release certain chemicals, you know, you get more dopamine rushes and the endorphins flow, and it connects you so that when you have more trouble sometimes, you feel more connected, and it also can lead to romance. But it shouldn't always. If couples have no sexual life, every time the other partner touches them, they're going to think that's what they want.
That's a great point. The just because touches.
Exactly.
People need to do more of that in your everyday life. And more back rubs around, I think. Everybody should be given back rubs.
Back rubs are,
they're the best.
That's really all you can say is they're the best.
Let's move on to the next tip. It's giving gifts that are special to your partner. Don't necessarily go out, you know, buy a big screen TV today.
This is important. And with Valentine's Day coming up, a lot of people go and say, oh, I love this. I'm sure she'll like this new toaster. You know, think about what your partner wants.
It's not the day for a toaster.
No, not the day for a toster. Unless that's something she said, I really, really want a toaster.
And then you're being very attentive in getting the toaster.
But think about what that other person wants, not the gift for you.
And lastly, and I think that's what days like tomorrow are all about, Valentine's Day, but all the time it should be, just say I love you.
we forget to do that, and when you say I love you, it really means something special. And this is the one time I don't object to people sending a quick text or an email and say, in the middle of the day, you know, just in the, you know, you pick up your phone and you see a quick text from your partner saying I love you, as long as you don't replace it with the real I love yous.
That's true.
You know, you want to make sure you're really communicating, but those kinds of things in the middle of the day can be very nice.
It's true. It's just like we used to love getting letters in the mail.
Exactly.
These days, a simple text, it shows them that they're caring.
Exactly. Just don't substitute it.
That's true.
Okay.
A pleasure having you here.
Always.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Happy
you.
Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you very much.